$80. That is what Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to cost you just to walk in the door. Not the special edition. Not with any extras. $80 for the standard game, the first time a major game has ever crossed that line. And if you want the Ultimate Edition, it is $100. A lot of people are furious about it. And the obvious explanation you have heard is that the game just cost a fortune to make, somewhere around $1 to $2 billion, the most expensive piece of entertainment ever created. So of course it is expensive. But here is the strange truth. The price of the disc is almost the least important number in this whole business. And the real reason it costs $80 has very little to do with what it costs to build. Today we are breaking down exactly why GTA 6 costs $80 and where the money actually goes, drawn simply, no hype and no jargon. And if you are here because you love GTA, stick around, because the amount of money this one game is about to make is genuinely hard to believe, and almost none of it comes from that $80 you are about to spend. If you like the hidden money secrets behind the games, apps, and brands you already use, subscribe. That is exactly what I make here. GTA today, something else you use every day tomorrow. Let us start by killing the obvious answer. Yes, GTA 6 reportedly cost an enormous amount to develop. Years of work, thousands of people, a brand new game engine, and a marketing machine. Rumors put the total budget somewhere between $1 and $2 billion. That really is more than almost any movie ever made. So it feels natural to think, big cost, big price. They spent $2 billion, so they charge us more to get it back. But that is not actually how pricing works at this level. Companies do not simply add up their costs and stick a matching price tag on the box. If they did, the price would be all over the place. Instead, they charge the highest number they believe people will happily pay. And here is where GTA becomes almost unique. Rockstar knows something that gives them incredible power. They know that no matter what number they print on that box, you are going to buy it anyway. Think about the last game. Grand Theft Auto 5 sold over 200 million copies. 200 million. It is one of the best-selling products in the history of entertainment, sitting right up there with the biggest things humans have ever sold. GTA 6 is the most anticipated game of all time. The second trailer was watched over 475 million times in a single day. So Rockstar is looking at a mountain of guaranteed demand, hundreds of millions of people who have already decided, years in advance, that they are buying this game on day one. When demand is that certain, the price is not really set by what the game costs to make. It is set by what the market will happily bear. Economists have a fancy phrase for this. They say the demand is inelastic. It just means that when you raise the price, people keep buying anyway. If bumping the price from $70 to $80 makes almost nobody cancel their pre-order, then leaving it at $70 is simply leaving free money on the table. And Rockstar is not in the business of leaving money on the table. So that is the first real reason. Not because it costs $2 billion, because they know you will pay, and 80 is the number they believe you will pay without walking away. But this is where most people stop thinking, and it is where the really interesting part begins. Because that $80, as much as it stings, is almost the least of it. To Rockstar, the price of the game is not the prize, it is the entry ticket. It is the bait that gets you inside the real machine. Let me show you what I mean, using the last game. Grand Theft Auto 5 has made somewhere around $8 to $9 billion over its lifetime. It is arguably the single most profitable entertainment product ever made. But here is the part that changes everything. Most of that money did not come from selling the game. Selling 200 million copies is huge, yes, but a giant share of GTA 5's money came from something that happens after you have already bought it. It came from GTA Online. Here is how that engine works. Once you are inside the game, there is a whole online world, and in that world you want things. A better car, a nicer apartment, a new weapon, a business. To get those things, you need in-game money. You can earn that money slowly by playing, or you can take a shortcut and buy it with real money, using something called a shark card. A shark card is simple. You hand over real dollars, and you get a pile of pretend in-game dollars to spend. And people have bought these by the truckload, year after year, for over a decade. Notice the beauty of this from Rockstar's point of view. They sold you the game once, for a single price. But the online world can sell to you forever. Every few months there is new content, a new expensive car, a new property, a new reason to want more in-game cash. A game from over 10 years ago is still quietly pulling in serious money every single day, not from new buyers, but from the same players spending again and again. And there is a clever, slightly sneaky twist to how they keep that machine running. Over the years, the prices of things inside GTA Online quietly crept up and up. A flashy car that might have cost a certain amount early on gets replaced by newer, shinier ones costing far more. At the same time, the amount of in-game cash you earn just by playing does not really keep pace. So the gap between what you can earn and what you want to buy gets wider and wider. And that gap is exactly where the shark card sits, waiting. The more expensive the toys, and the slower the honest grind, the more tempting it becomes to just pull out your wallet. It is an economy designed very deliberately to make buying real money feel like the reasonable choice. Rockstar even added a monthly subscription on top of all this, called GTA Plus. Pay a fee every month, and you get a bundle of in-game benefits and a drip of in-game cash. It is the same idea you see everywhere now. Turn a one-time buyer into someone who pays a little, over and over, forever. Another quiet stream flowing in every single month. This is the model the whole company is built around now. It is not sell a game once. It is sell a game once, then run a living, breathing money machine on top of it for the next 10 years. And this is not some side hustle for them. On Wall Street, the people who own Rockstar's parent company watch one number more closely than almost any other. They call it recurrent consumer spending. That is the industry's polite name for all the money that keeps coming in after the initial sale, the in-game purchases, the subscriptions, the extras. For a modern games giant, that steady, repeating river of spending is often worth more than the one-time sales of the games themselves. So when Rockstar builds GTA 6, they are not really building a product you buy once. They are building a platform designed to earn from you for years, because that is exactly what their owners are rewarded for. And that reframes everything about GTA 6. The $80 price is not Rockstar's big payday. It is the cover charge to get you into the club. The real business is GTA 6 Online, the version of that money machine they will build on top of this new game, and then feed and milk for the next decade. When you understand that, $80 starts to look like what it actually is. The smallest, first, one-time payment in a relationship they hope will last for years. Now, once you see the machine, the other pieces click into place. Take pre-orders. Long before the game even exists in your hands, people hand over their money to reserve it. Rockstar collects a river of cash before launch day, guaranteed, locked in, while the buyer waits months for the actual game. And they offer that $100 Ultimate Edition, with extra in-game goodies, precisely because a chunk of the most excited fans will always pay more to feel like they are getting the best version. Same game, bigger number, more margin. Then there is marketing, or rather, the lack of it. Most companies have to spend enormous amounts of money convincing you to care about their product. Rockstar barely has to try. They drop one trailer, and the entire internet does the marketing for them, for free. Hundreds of millions of views, endless news coverage, people like me making videos about it. That is, advertising they did not have to pay for, which means more of every $80 stays as profit. And here is a quiet one that matters more than you would think: how you buy the game. When you buy a physical disc, a big slice of that money goes to the shop and to the cost of making and shipping the disc. But when you buy the game digitally, as a download, there is no shop taking a cut and no disc to manufacture. Almost the entire price flows straight to the publisher. These days, most copies are sold digitally. So raising the price to $80 on a product that is mostly sold as a pure digital download is very close to pure extra profit. There is also the simple power of the brand. Rockstar almost never puts GTA on a deep discount, especially not early. Other games are half price within months. GTA holds its value for years, because they know the demand is there and they refuse to train their fans to just wait for a sale. That discipline keeps the price high long after launch. And notice who really funds all of this. In these online worlds, it is not the average player dropping a few dollars. A small group of extremely engaged players, sometimes called whales, spend enormous amounts on in-game purchases. A relatively tiny slice of the player base can quietly generate a huge share of the total money. The whole system is designed to keep those most dedicated players engaged, tempted, and spending for as long as possible. So let us put the whole machine together, because once you see it, that $80 price tag looks completely different. The game did cost a fortune to make, but that is not why it costs $80. It costs $80 because Rockstar knows that hundreds of millions of people will pay it without blinking, and charging less would simply be giving money away. That $80 is not the real prize anyway. It is the entry ticket. The true money machine is GTA Online, the world they will build on top of this game and sell to you again and again through in-game purchases for the next 10 years. On top of that, they collect pre-order money early, sell a pre-sealed deluxe edition to the biggest fans, let the internet market the game for free, keep almost the entire price on digital sales, refuse to discount, and lean on a small group of heavy spenders to power the whole thing. And there is one more effect worth understanding, because it reaches beyond just GTA. For years, the industry standard was $60, then $70. Everyone was afraid to be the first to go higher. Rockstar, with the most powerful game on the planet, is powerful enough to smash straight through to $80 and get away with it. Once they do, every other big publisher quietly gets permission to follow. GTA 6 is not just setting its own price. It is very likely resetting the price of big games for everyone for years to come. So how does GTA 6 make its money? Almost everywhere except the place you are looking. Not really from that $80 disc, but from the online world bolted on top of it. The early pre-orders, the deluxe editions, the free marketing, and above all, the years of in-game spending that follow. Now, this is not me telling you Rockstar is evil or that you should not buy the game. They make something millions of people genuinely love. They took a massive risk and they spent years building it. This is just the machine, explained. So you understand what is really happening when you tap that buy button. And since you now know where the money actually hides, here are the simple, fair ways to keep more of it in your own pocket. Not as financial advice, just as the natural takeaways from everything we just covered. Remember that the online money is designed to be optional. You can earn almost everything in the game just by playing, so you never truly need to buy in-game cash, no matter how tempting may make it. Be honest with yourself about that pricier Ultimate Edition, and only pay for it if you will actually use the extras, instead of buying it just to feel like you got the best version. And know that GTA holds its price for a long time, so if you can wait, the game eventually gets cheaper, even if it takes a while. Do that, and you get everything you love about the game, while handing over a lot less to the machine that is built to keep taking from you. If you want more of this, the hidden money behind the games, apps, and brands all around you, subscribe, because that is exactly what I do here. I break it all down, drawn simply.